me put the window up just a little bit. All right, man. What is going on with everybody? Ay, ay, ay. Just, now it's starting to get a little bit. It's one of those days where it's cold. And when I say cold, it's not like freezing cold, but I mean, it's a little, just a little bit chilly, right? But the sun, if you stand in the sun, man, you start getting hot. So I want to have the windows not all the way down because it is a little bit breezy, and I don't want it to start, messing up with the live a little bit, man. But I don't want to put the windows all the way up either because the sun just hits the damn truck, and then damn, it starts getting warm in here. So, what's up, Ruben? I'm out here, dog. I'm out here trucking it up, Holmes. I'll be looking to finish off my day. Not right now, but sometime soon. I've been up since 2 in the morning, dog. So I still got a few more hours. I still got a few more to go. But anyway, man. Let me see. Do you wear comprehension socks? I don't. You know what? Somebody brought it to my attention. There's those copper socks. I don't know what they're called, but apparently they have copper in them. And they say if you throw those suckers on, dog, that's like really good. But no, I don't. But I mean, it's not out of the question. Let's see, we don't like dictators in this country. USA, please deport yourself. Ah, man. There goes the guy that doesn't have bones. He's so old he has fossils. What's up, House? Hope all is good with you, homie. Can you tint your windows, bro? No. No. No, you can't tint the windows. I think there's always, you know what? I'll be real with you. Okay, so I don't really know the law to that. There's always that conversation of, hey, you could tint it, but only so much. And then I've heard from an actual DOT officer say you cannot tint at all, nothing. But then I've also heard, not from a DOT, but I've also heard from other truckers like, oh yeah, as long as it's, this percentage. So I'm like, I don't know, dog. Let's see. What's good? What's up, Looney? Is it up to DOT if they want a trip? I'm sure it is. Just like most things. Just like most things. Look, I'll tell you guys this much. When it comes to the EOD, the electronic device, right? A trucker is supposed to know how to send his logbooks electronically to the DOT officer he's speaking to. If the driver does not know how to do that, you can get a citation. So, but it's up to the DOT officer. Like always, there's some cool dudes, man, that are like, hey, man, if you don't know, I'll tell you how to do it. And then there's others that will trip. They're like, you don't know? All right, let me write you up. But what's up, Anthony Bravo? Hey, but check this out. I don't know where you guys are at, but there was a deadly accident in Ontario on the 10 freeway. Maybe a shade cover over the... Yeah, okay, so when I park, I do have shade covers. But that's when I park. When I'm driving, obviously I got to take them down. But no, I do have shade covers. A 1953 Chevrolet. Look, all the old school cars, man. I had a 1984 El Camino. I sold it. All the old school cars, they're beautiful, dog. Classics. Great to have. However, you really got to be into it. And I mean, I liked it. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed low riding, but I'm I like working on cars, but I'm not that much of a gearhead. And those cars, you need to tend to them all the time. See, maybe so Cholo. Just jump in. Hope everything. Yeah, all is good, Adrian. Maybe you get shade covers for the windows. It's hot. Yeah, I do. I got shade covers. Did you hear about the truck? Hit the over. Hey, let's get to that. Let's get to that. Jose M. They sell removable tint for the windows. Do they? I've never heard of that. Covers, yeah, but I've never heard about removable tint. So you could throw it on the window, and it's like regular tint, and then you could just peel that sucker off. I've never heard about that. Truck with a sleeper. Nah, with a sleeper. I think you meant sleeper. Yeah, I used to roll in sleepers. I mean, you can actually carry more weight with just a day cab. RC Impala that hops. I added LED lights. Paid $500 for the RC. Yeah, man, I had an 84 El Camino on lowered rims. I mean, it was hooked up, dog. It was hooked up to the bone, but you know what? I had to get rid of it, and I'm like, it takes up a lot of room. And I'm like, you know what, man? When I get myself in a different position in life, then I'll go ahead. I'm probably entertain getting me another one. How can they make more safe trucks? Not hit overpass. Hey, so let's get to that, man. I see you guys chatting away right here, but I want to go ahead and get to this story right here. Did you hear about the youngster EBK passed away? Shout out to my boy Fred. I didn't know that Vato too well. The only thing I really knew about him was when I covered his fight. He fought I forgot. Tony. He fought some dude, Tony. And that's the only thing I really knew about him, man. But yeah. Shout out to my boy Fred. He shot me a text message saying that he passed away. I guess I don't know if he followed him or I'm not really sure, but I knew he had health complications with cancer. But I didn't really know much about it. I didn't really check out his channel much. But yeah, dog, that sucks. I don't know how old he was, but he didn't seem to be that old, man. When I met him in person, I'm sure he was younger than I was. He had a little bit of a baby face. Low riding is too expensive. But if you're into it, though, Anthony Bravo, if that's a passion of yours, then you don't mind it. To me, it was just a little bit of a side hobby. And I'm like, okay, it did get expensive for me. And I'm like, I'm not that into cars like that for me to really be, spending that much time into it. So I let it go, dog. But who knows, man? Maybe sometime in the future. Anyway, let me go ahead and play this. So, because somebody died or should I say, unalive. I don't want to laugh about it, dog. You know what I find? Now I'm going to get off on a rant here, dog. You know what I find ridiculous? And I'm not going after anybody on YouTube, all right? But people that censor themselves. Now, me personally, Holmes, I don't really have a foul mouth, so I don't really cuss, dog, But people that do the YouTube censoring, unalive, SA, grape, it's like, hey, why don't you just talk? Unalive, why don't you, like the movie Demolition Man, Sandra Bullock, 187, what does that mean? Murder, death, kill. Hey, if somebody was killed, they got killed. Holmes, it's not profanity. Somebody died, they died. Not unalive. What the hell does that even mean? Unalive. Oh, they didn't get raped. They got graped. They didn't get sexually assaulted. They got SA'd. It's like, what the hell's going on, dog? And now you got people talking like that in person. Like, what? Anyway, let's get to the story real quick, Holmes. So there was a truck that was holding an excavator. Actually, let me go ahead and play the audio, the Spencer. I'm not on StreamYard or anything. I'm just doing this straight off of YouTube, so I can't pull up the video, but I'll go ahead and play the audio. Here we go. This happened on Friday. I think 2 people died, Holmes. Let me see.
Traffic on the westbound 10 freeway in Ontario is moving again after a semi-truck crashed into the 15 freeway overpass. The incident killing 1 person and shut down the westbound side of the 10 for hours. Inland Empire Bureau Chief Rod McMillan.
Hey, hopefully you guys could hear that. I should check. Órale, Vanessa. Shout out to the beautiful lady, Vanessa. La chingona. Hopefully you guys could hear that, man.
Live in Ontario with video of the accident as it happened. Rob.
Well, all lanes are once again open. They've been open for several hours now, and the scene is clear. But as you mentioned, 1 person died this morning, all because the Highway Patrol says a truck driver was pulling a load that simply wasn't low enough to make it under the overpass. This is dash cam video from a vehicle not far behind the semi-truck that was pulling an
Hey, by the way, I'll go ahead and I'll leave this video linked in the comment section, so you guys could go ahead and check it out, man, because I know it's just nothing but audio. One thing that they failed to mention, well, I'll go ahead and I'll let it play out, then I'll tell you guys.
Excavator on a flatbed when it clips the bottom of a freeway overpass under construction. 1 steel beam then slamming down onto the freeway. The beam did not appear to fall on anyone, but watch as the driver slows down. 2 other cars in the fast lane slam right into it, instantly brought to a stop. What happened to those drivers?
They were transported to Arrowhead Medical by emergency personnel for major injuries, and unfortunately one of the drivers passed away at approximately 6:52 a.m.
Not only was there quite a mess to clean up, but because a driver died, the investigation itself was much more extensive. So much so that the entire westbound side of the 10 freeway was shut down for more than 6 hours, right in the middle of the morning commute.
I was on that freeway that same day, but this happened right after. I'm assuming like just a few minutes afterwards.
I had a gym at 9, but I had to cancel it because I was not on time.
Hannah Sarsawala.
She had a what? What did she say? Let me see.
The morning commute.
I had a gym at 9, but I had to cancel it because I was not on time.
Hannah Sarsawala.
What is she saying? Does anybody pick up? Did she say I have a gym at 9? Let me see. What did she say?
Cancel it because I was not
Shut down for more than 6 hours, right in the middle of the morning commute.
I had a gym at 9, but I had to cancel it because I was not on time.
Hannah.
I had a gym at 9? I don't know what she's saying. All right.
Sarsawala found herself stuck in the middle of this mess.
It's very blocked. It's like cars are stopped.
Something similar happened at this very location almost 3 months ago on the other side of the freeway.
Hey, Anthony Bravo, I'm going to do a video on that one, homie. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm going to do a video on that one. Yeah, that's what it sounds like she said. I had a gym at 9. I don't know if she's saying she had an appointment or she just goes to the gym at 9. I don't know.
A vehicle clipping the overpass, that steel beam did not fall. As far as today's incident, 2 lanes were reopened by 11 o'clock, all lanes reopening shortly afterward. But 1 person is dead because this excavator simply wasn't low enough to make it under the freeway.
If you're operating any of these commercial vehicles, you are required to know what is posted height requirements to make sure that we're making it safe for all public motorists out there.
Is it possible that driver could face charges?
That's still part of the investigation going on.
Oh, yeah.
Again, all lanes reopened around 12 noon. Traffic through Ontario, once again, back to normal. Live in Ontario.
All right, you guys get the gist of it. All right, that's still part of the investigation. Yeah, well, who else are you going to go after? Of course, that driver's going to get screwed over. Okay, so with something that they failed to mention on there is the fact that there's construction going on. So when there's construction going on and the beam is actually lower from what regularly the height of that overpass is, they'll go ahead and they'll post. Let me see if I can show you guys. You guys see this bridge right here? I know that's like way, way, way too far. Let me see if I could make you guys go a little closer. See where it says 15? Okay, that's 15 feet to pass under that bridge, right? Okay, so now that you guys, oh shoot. Okay, so now that you guys see that, so when there's construction going on, and let's say they put a beam a little bit lower for support, they would have to put construction signs. So it voids that one that says 15 feet. And let's just say, it's 14 feet and 2 inches or whatever. Let's just say 14. They would post it quite a few feet before that. So I can't really tell you guys, even though I was on that freeway, I can't really tell you guys where the postage was really at. And that seems to be the problem. I realized they didn't mention that in this story, the fact that there's construction and that there's beams are actually lower from the height of the bridge. Here's the thing though, Holmes. And I see you guys in the chat, man. I'll get to them in a second. But here's the thing though. Put up signs 5 miles ahead. Yeah, they start. They'll probably go ahead and put one up. I'll be real, man. I did not see but again, I didn't really keep an eye out though. But they do need to put them up, and probably they are. Probably they are. Okay, I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying this is somebody else's fault. Right? It's ultimately going to come down on the driver. Man, I could guarantee you guys that, unless there was no signage up. If there was no signage up, then the driver can probably get away with it. But like I said, I'll leave the video pinned in the comment section when I'm done with this live. But the beam falls. An excavator is one of those tractors with the one arm that goes digging down. And it was up and it hit the beam. You could see it through the dash cam, as it said right there. And the beam falls. And then you see 2 cars just hit that sucker. Like, damn, gotcha. And then you see a truck that's pulling a tanker drive over it. Which, damn, that could have been dangerous, man. But I thought 2 people died. I guess only 1 person died. So there's something that's going to go on with this. But look, here on this side of the country, in all reality, truckers don't really have to watch out for bridges that are too low. That's just being real. This side of the country, construction, they really kept truckers in mind, right? Because a lot of the construction took place a lot later. Construction on the other side of the country, dog, that's like old, super old construction before trucks got as big as they were. There's a lot of bridges that are 12 feet high. Heck, some bridges are even only 10 feet high. But there's a lot of bridges that truck and trailers cannot clear. A lot. So if you drive on certain areas in the country, you're a lot more aware of these kind of things. If you're only trucking it on this side of the country, I'll be honest, man. I don't really know if truckers even really pay attention to it, because you're not really going to run into any bridges that a regular truck and trailer cannot clear. I'm not talking about oversized. If you're hauling oversized, then okay, yeah. But I can't think of a bridge, Holmes, where a truck is allowed to go that it cannot clear a bridge. The only exception is construction, which was in this case. I just found it odd that they failed to mention that there was construction which lowered the height of the bridge. But even with that, it was still, the regular dry van will clear it. This was a flatbed with an excavator on it, which, maybe should have been on a low boy and they wouldn't have that problem. But let me go ahead and get to you guys' chats right here. What's up, party familia? Appreciate that, carnal. Put signs up. They should be putting signs up. I don't know if they did. Like I said, I know there's signs of constructions, and I'm of construction, and I'm sure there is a sign. Thing is, how far in advance? And did the driver even measure it? I don't even know if it's him that loaded it. Maybe he just went and picked up the trailer, and they told him like, yeah, it's good, man. It's ready to rock and roll. Because there are loads like that, Holmes. I used to haul flatbed once upon a time. You do go and you pick up a load. I used to haul a lot of lumber. And it's like, hey, it's strapped up. It's ready to go, man. It's like, okay, is the weight good? Yeah. It's good to go. Because they don't give a rat's ass. Because once you get onto the calles, that's it, Holmes. It is on the driver, which sucks, dog. Because if you go to pick up a load, if the yard does not have a scale, in my opinion, it should go back to the company, to the business. Because the driver himself, right then and there, he's got no way to weigh it. So all you got is just the business word for it. It's like, oh, yeah, it's good to go, man. It's good to go. But I'm like, damn that. I would always check the straps, restrap, do everything I got to do. The height, that was, I don't know the whole situation when it comes to this driver. What's a beautiful blue sky like that? Oh, I'm out here in Nevada. Trucker 5-10 miles ahead. Advance. The sign alerts. It's on construction. It should be like that. Let's see. It's scary when driving next to a truck, a tanker. And I always I keep on telling people, stop driving behind trucks. Stop driving behind trucks. The reason why is because 90% of the time, maybe even more than that, those tires that are on the trailers are called recap tires. That basically just means they get a big ass piece of rubber, vulcanized rubber, and that sucker's heavy and it's got wires in it, and they paste it over a bad tire. So when that sucker blows, especially during the summer, they're more prone to having a blowout. That big ass piece of rubber, that whole big old tread that goes around the tire, comes off as one big piece, and it could cause some serious damage. Plus, the overpass looks very dark in construction. You know what? They should have had it lit up. They should have. I don't know if it would stop, but California trucking laws about to get strict. Oh gosh, dog! Don't tell me that, Holmes. I mean, it's strict as it is already. Doesn't GPS tell you what's up? Hey, what's up, Oji Gordo? Shouts to AZ, homie. Tell you if you're coming to low bridges. You know what? I'm gonna cover a story this week about that, about a GPS that is telling trucks to get onto an on-ramp in Las Vegas that is not made for trucks. Yet the GPS, the specialized GPS that is specifically made for trucks, is still telling truckers to get on the freeway, and that on-ramp specifically is not made for trucks. So these GPSs, they got their flaws. Let's see. It might have gone 15 feet to 12 feet clearance. Yeah, hey man, that's a big difference. That is a big difference, man. 3 feet difference. So let's see. Scary. Oh shoot, what did I just do? Let me see. Scary when driving next to a truck when they are turning. Okay, most clearances are 14, 16 overpass on average. Yeah, Jesus Sam. And with the 14 feet, that basically clears just about all truck and trailers. Because most dry van trailers, reefers, whatever it may be, are 13 feet and 9 inches average, So 14 feet, that's good enough for most. Okay, did you see truck hit a car that took out 4 young ladies flashing lights on bad tire? Truck didn't slow down. No, I don't think I saw that. You know what I do want to talk about? Because last year I wasn't doing this on the channel, right? I was just staying quiet for the most part. I should have done it on my lives, but I want to cover it a little bit more in detail. You guys remember that dude Holmes from the Middle East that made that he made that left-hand turn and the van just like smashed right into the trailer? I think killed the whole family. I'm not even sure it killed everybody. And then on the 10 freeway, there was another accident. That one I did talk about it on Instagram for a little bit, where that dude Holmes, I think he was I think it came down that he didn't have a visa to be here, something like that. He just, plowed into the cars in front of him. And I think there was a trucker, or there was a tow truck, or no, there was a tire service guy or something like that on the shoulder doing tire service, and he got injured. If you trust the truck GPS, get out of trucking. You know what? I don't have one of those. But look, ultimately, ultimately, man, you gotta be aware. You gotta be aware. And I understand. I understand, dog. I understand, like, just getting comfortable. Especially on this side of the country. I don't know this dude's, his background or whatever. I used to truck it out to the south. Mississippi, Louisiana, all that, and all that stuff over there, man, it was clear. Like I said, I've seen as low as 10 feet bridges. Like, good gosh, dog. 10 feet. Like, damn. Dog, that would tear up the cab, homie. That would decapitate me, Holmes. You know what I mean? Like, good gosh, man. So yeah, me myself personally, I was always used to looking at the bridges, and it's like sometimes there'd be no signs. They wouldn't even post it, like they no trucks allowed or anything like that. You get off in some of these small rural towns, and then you make a turn, and it's like, what the heck? I'm definitely not clearing that damn bridge. And then you're just kind of stuck, and it's like you're waving traffic to go forward. You put in reverse. It was just a whole hassle. Gosh, it was just a whole hassle. But I get it. You're out here on this side of the country. You guys see this bridge right here, right in front of me. I showed you guys. It says 15 feet, and I don't think I've seen bridges that low that a truck can't pass by. But anyway, somebody passed away because this guy hit that beam. The beam falls and the car crashes. I'm gonna leave the video, dog, on pin in the comment section. So anyway, let me see. Gasoline, son from where believes world, eternal life, John 3:16. Amen to that, Braxton. Marines trucking all over the United States. I haven't hit every state. I haven't hit every state. I never went trucking it to like the Northeast. I heard that's pretty bad over there. I never trucked it to the very northern part of the United States either. Washington, Idaho, the Dakotas, Montana, Wyoming. I never been trucking up there. I hit all the whole southern belt. I've been up through Kansas, Utah, Colorado. I'm gonna tell you guys this, dog. Kansas is by far the state of Kansas. Missouri is actually pretty feed, man. You get to see, some pretty cool stuff. But Kansas, the state of Kansas, is by far the most boring, deadest state I've ever trucked it through. Everything looks the same. Everything is just, as far as the eye can see, it's so flat. It's like you truck it for 100 miles, and it still looks like the 100 miles, dog, that you just passed. It's like it was by far for me personally, just I won't say the worst state. I'll just say the most boring state forever to truck it through. Good gosh, keep me out of Kansas, dog. And I had to drive from, you know, from east to west on that sucker numerous of times. Like, goodness gracious. And then you get the tornado warnings and stuff. Anyway, all right, I'm going to get up out of here. Let me see. We think the news reporting all these trucking accidents. My local news been reporting. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I'm just paying attention more or if they're reporting on trucking accidents a little bit more. I don't know, dog. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's a lot going on in trucking. I don't know if you guys know, but the turnover rate in trucking is 90%. 90%. 90% of people that get their Class A quit. 90%. I seen rebar not secured good enough. Oh, that is, yes. Oh man, I tell you, man, when it comes to flatbed, ooh, I used to do flatbed, man, hauling lumber. You gotta, you know, secure that sucker as much as you can. I used to haul rebar as well. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. It's been what, 30 minutes? Yeah, I gotta get up out of here, man. All right, anyway, I'll be doing some more stuff throughout the week. I'll be dropping that video in the comment section probably in a few minutes. If you guys are watching this live, you guys go check it out yourself. It's something to watch. I'll tell you, man. Seeing those cars hit that beam at nighttime, it's like, oh, damn. You just see the lights. Because it's not during the day, so you just see the lights, right? And pow, dog. And then you see the tanker. But I'll be doing some more stuff throughout the week. You guys tap in if you can, man. And yeah, as always, familia, live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of your surroundings. Always keep a safe distance. Blood makes you lit, but loyalty makes you family. Until next time, this is Ed the Thecholotrucker. Over and out.